Switzerland, a tiny country of 6 million people in an area about half the size of Indiana. It's a land of many contrasts. From the palm-studded shores of Lake Maggiore at 650 feet above sea level to Europe's highest mountains, Switzerland is a continuous wonder. It's truly Europe in miniature. While Switzerland is noted for its jagged peaks and snow-covered mountains, among the most beautiful and breathtaking scenery on Earth, there is more to enjoy in Switzerland than mountain scenery. Switzerland is also a land of rolling wine country, a land whose wines are among the most unique and interesting in the world. And each fall, the Swiss observe the start of the grape harvest with a series of colorful, fun-filled celebrations that are one of the world's best-kept secrets, the wine and the wine festivals of Switzerland. Unlike the better-known wine-producing countries, America and France, Swiss winemaking is a family tradition. Switzerland contains tens of thousands of family-owned vineyards, producing hundreds of varieties of wine. With 4 spoken languages, Switzerland draws its speech from its neighbors, German, French, Italian, and Rhaeto-Romanche. You'll hear them all spoken here, yet each area has its own characteristic dialect and its own unique Swiss traditions. In the higher valley areas of Switzerland, where much of the wine is grown, uniquely alpine conditions are found, with a climate dry and sunny. By the lake, there is a mildness brought about by a great body of water. Both enhance the wine in different ways. The Valais and the Vaud, as the regions are known, are Switzerland's biggest and best wine-producing areas. Including production from Geneva's vineyards, the Rhone Valley provides more than 75% of Switzerland's wine. The fendant grape wine made from the Chasselas in the Valais can be found here, although many people prefer a lighter, fresher wine. Dole, the nation's foremost red wine, is also produced here, though in smaller quantities. Made from a mixture of Pinot Noir and Gamay, it's noted for its outstanding bouquet and rich, deep, ruby color. High in the Swiss Alps, we find the glacial source of the Rhone River. The rich and fertile valley is uncommonly lush. Clear springs that cascade from melting alpine glaciers provide water for the vineyards and the orchards. The vine of the grape clings to the sunny slope on terraces that are at times deceivingly steep. Each fall at harvest time, the Swiss turn out by the thousands for the Fête des Vendanges, the festival of the grape harvest. Dozens of these celebrations take place from late September through early November. During the next few minutes, we're going to visit 3 of the most popular of these festivals. At Neuchâtel in the western part of the country, at Hallo in the northeast, and at Lugano in the south. But first, Let's take a brief look at how Swiss wine is grown and produced. The Grape Harvesting Festival signifies the start of the wine-making process, picking the grapes. The Valais region is typical of much of the land on which grapes are grown. Steep hillsides with stone terraces built hundreds of years ago to guard against soil erosion. These chalky white stone terraces have delivered an unexpected bonus. In addition to protecting the soil, their bright surfaces are excellent reflectors, which concentrate the sun's rays onto the grapes. This results in a sweeter grape, producing a higher quality wine. The wine industry and the wine festivals are significant to both the Swiss economy and the Swiss sense of conviviality. The average head of a Swiss household drinks about 8 gallons of wine per year. In America, by contrast, the comparable figure is only about 1 gallon. And when you consider that the Swiss have only about 13,000 acres of vineyards compared to nearly 800,000 in this country, the Swiss cause for the annual celebration becomes even clearer. The people of Switzerland enjoy their wine in a very social, almost fraternalistic way. Transporting grapes up and down this steep, rugged landscape has proven to be a challenge to both the Swiss' lust for hard work and their mechanical ingenuity. After the grapes are picked, they're loaded onto trucks and taken to the local wine processing co-op. At the processing center, the grapes are ground and pressed to extract the juice. The juice is pumped into large holding tanks where it's kept for several days before being transferred to another container for fermentation. In contrast to the French, who tend to distill lightly for maximum flavor, the Swiss prefer an extended distillation process, which provides a more neutral wine. A spectrometer is used to test for sugar content, an important measurement for the grower, since that's the basis on which he's paid. The byproduct of the wine-making process is collected and is sometimes used to make a very powerful schnapps. It's interesting to note that about 80% of Swiss wine is white wine. And while the Swiss are intensely loyal to their own locally produced wines, nonetheless, they are the world's biggest importers of Burgundy. The final step is the actual bottling of the wine. As in the grape crushing and fermentation processes where old-style techniques have given way to modern technology, the wine is bottled in a mechanized assembly line. Now, let's visit our first wine festival at Neuchâtel in the western part of Switzerland. Neuchâtel is a beautiful, happy city, nestled between a lake and the Jura Mountains. Lake Neuchâtel provides a picture postcard setting for the city's harbor, its picturesque streets, and its historical buildings. Neuchâtel is famous for both its red and white wines, although the white represents about 75% of the crop. The fact that the whole area calls its wine by the famous name of its capital has helped foster its popularity. The white wine of Neuchâtel is often slightly sparkling because much of it is bottled early. This results in additional fermentation in the bottle. The wine festival, held in late September, features 3 days of citywide celebration with quaint costumes, music, and dancing before climaxing with the annual parade. Thousands come from all over Europe to join in the festivities. The parade includes many participants from other parts of Switzerland, as well as from other countries, including Holland. Let's join the crowds and enjoy the parade. The second festival we'll visit takes place in Hallow, in the German region of Schaffhausen, in the northeast. Thousands of spectators turn out for the two-day event, which is repeated on 2 successive weekends in October. Among the colorful features is the traditional concert of the Alphorns. Here the theme is Schön war die Zeit, or The Times Were Good.
Hey. Was sind's für dich? Ja, gut.
Ja.
Wiedersehen miteinander.
Zeit gewesen.
Ja.
Es ist ein bisschen etwas Nostalgisches im Grunde genommen. Man hat gestochert die vergangenen Zeiten.
Here, as at the other festivals, there is always plenty to eat.
Das sind gute, das ist etwas Feines.
Was sind das?
Ja,
Sind Sie probiert? Ja, dann nehmen Sie ja, wie denn über? So, nein, jetzt musst du noch mal.
And there's also plenty to drink. While you're in Hallow for the festival, you'll want to visit some of the quaint points of interest in the area, including an excellent wine museum. Here, you'll find an interesting display of some of the beautiful labels that adorn Swiss wine bottles. Our final festival takes place at Lugano in the south, in the Italian region of Ticino. The lakeside city of Lugano has been called the Rio de Janeiro of the old continent. Lake Lugano is spread out between the peaks of San Salvatore and Mount Brie and offers a breathtaking panorama of both lake and mountain scenery. Lugano is the principal lakeside town on the Swiss Riviera and boasts a delightfully mild climate. The Lugano Festival of the Wine Harvest is one of the largest and finest in Switzerland. A festival that explodes with excitement in dreamy Lugano soon after the wine harvest. It attracts participants from Italy, France, Spain, Belgium, Austria, and Germany, as well as from throughout Switzerland. Now, let's enjoy the Wine Festival of Lugano.
ist der Wein. Auf das könnt ihr gehen. Sei Sie nicht, was will. Das sind Kirchenfester, wie der Zürich-Bietler sagt, oder wir sagen.
Kirchenfenster.
Ja, Kirchenfester. Kirchenfenster.
For many people, wine tasting is an art. And where you drink wine, the ambiance plays a large part in its enjoyment. You can sample wine at the local wine cellar or at a special wine expo such as this one on Lake Zurich, featuring 1,760 different wines from all over the world. But no matter where you imbibe, drinking wine is very much a state of mind. If you're looking for an enjoyable and somewhat different adventure in travel, why not consider Switzerland for the wine festivals? You'll receive a warm welcome and you'll never forget it.
Ladies and gentlemen, meine Damen und Herren, wir verabschieden uns von Ihnen, sagen ein herzliches Willkommen demnächst wieder in der Schweiz. Thank you for your coming and see you next time in Switzerland. Sing!